Hello, friends. Fall is a season that brings me great contentment and happiness, which is odd considering it is a season that's welcoming death. But it allows a lot of reflection. It's motivating, just like cuddling on the couch with a good book and a warm cup of tea with the fireplace going. I'm not the only one, and I have yet to understand why. But downside to this wonderful season is the fact that it also comes with the downsides. My kratom trees have to definitely stay indoors during this season because they'll definitely die. These are tropical trees that are used for medicinal purposes. That's why I have two going. One thing I do is I prep my trees, tropical trees. Most of them are kept on the porch. I have 2 lemon trees, an eucalyptus tree, and an amazing view. I often come on here to just feel rejuvenated and refreshed. I'm always in awe and appreciation. My lemon trees are blooming yet again, and it's a horrible time to do that, so I'll definitely have to be covering them or bringing them in. But they're doing fantastic. To bloom right ahead of the first frost is unique, but they have a mind of their own. The eucalyptus tree will definitely have to come in, but I'm seeing and thinking if I'll just cover it or not. I'll see. But the absolute worst thing about fall and winter is they get sick a lot. So this is exactly what I do to get ready for the cold and flu season. It's my go-to 3 essential oil blends.
Oh, nice.
I add fighting thieves to all of my diffusers throughout my house. A crap ton of it. Then I grab my basket, and then I go foraging for supplies that will help us through this cold infection or virus going through our home. There's a special blend recipe that I begin to make fresh from scratch that will help during the season, especially when they're starting to get the symptoms. And it starts with fresh eucalyptus. I cut off a few branches and I add it to my basket. Eucalyptus is known for clearing the airways and relieving congestion and that stuffiness. Couldn't be more important. Just brings your senses back to life. And lemon. I mix the two, as you'll soon see. Lemon has amazing properties as well. Lemon gives your immune system a boost of strength, and it helps fight infections, improves your immune system, and gives you a great strong dose of vitamin C. I cut them up, and boys, this one's strong and fresh. I love fresh ingredients all right off the vine. It's the best ever. And I add them to my water, and I begin to get it boiling. The fragrance begins to fumigate throughout my house. Kids love it. This is the thing that just is a memory they'll have forever during the fall and winter seasons at home. And I hope to carry the traditions through their own adulthood. Once it's done, I walk around my house, bringing this natural air refreshener that both helps immune systems and helps with respiratory issues and helping your sinuses. I don't miss a room because it's like a ritual. It's like, when you sage through each room with incense, trying to get away evil spirits. This is the equivalent to that. Trying to get rid of sicknesses and nasty stuff. And if I happen to pass one of my kids that has a bad cough, I'll take advantage of the moment. Love it. The combination of utilizing this along with open windows and fresh air could not be more important. A big key in a lot of homes is that they'd forget to air out their house. Stagnant air and the importance of that became popular during the COVID era. But this was something I grew up knowing and that I've been practicing in my life long before COVID. These are my favorite oils throughout this season. Fighting Thieves, the Immunity from Eden's Garden, and the Breathe Blend from Gaia Labs. These are very strong, potent, and effective oils that I always have in stock. And then, of course, I take a moment to look at the mist and just meditate on it. What you'll see when you actually stop and do that is things that you otherwise would not notice. Staring at the mist is a ritual. You see forms and shapes and sometimes messages. You have to clear your mind and really have the patience to meditate on this mist and this smoke. When it's done steaming and seeping, I will fill up a jar or container of some sort, and I'll put in fresh cutlings that I had not boiled, and I will let it soak in there. And this concoction becomes a pivotal thing during the few days when we're hit with the sick bug. It is utilized by everyone in the home. It is transferred all throughout the home for those who need it. Many of us also use it to drink, because believe it or not, it is definitely edible as well. It comes with a lot of immunity benefits, strengthening our system, helping our respiratory issues, clearing our senses and sinuses. It's definitely an enjoyable tea. And then, of course, I always utilize chlorophyll during this time to help keep our immune systems up, help us get better quicker, help us not be slow and slumpy. It really helps the attitude as well. I create a station, I call it the Sick Station, where everything we need is in one spot and nicely organized for anybody to come get. Now, if you cannot stand Fighting Thieves smell, smells like juniper and those very strong, kind of not really attractive scents, I found the essential oil to mix with to tame down that harsh smell, where you can actually enjoy it a little bit. And that is the Amber Tonka Bean scent. And you can find this throughout various brands, but this is my favorite brand that I enjoy using. I mix it with fighting thieves and the smell is so much more tolerable, and you still get the benefits of the fighting thieves. I recommend letting it go just by itself for a little bit, maybe an hour, before adding the tonka bean. But this scent, I've noticed, this is my go-to scent that I use to mix with harsher smells. If I'm dealing with botanicals or essential oils that smell gross but have amazing benefits, I always mix some tonka moss or bean or amber bean. Those kind of the family there does an amazing job masking some of the harsh smells, and it's natural too. So win-win. This is something we will reheat throughout the day, especially if we're gonna go shower or if we want to drink. We want something warm for our throats. This is reheatable and it lasts all day, fresh and edible. It's the only great thing about getting sick. It takes so much effort to do all this, and it typically would when you're doing things naturally from scratch and from nature. It's more effort. That's why grabbing those medicines that are pre-made, NyQuil and DayQuil, it's so much easier that way, but it honestly does not work the same. I don't know if you've experienced the feeling of using natural things. You just feel better when you're using something that's meant to make you feel better. Even though it's not as instant and it takes more work to be equally as gratifying, it is equal, if not stronger, but it takes work to get there. And that's why a lot of people go with chemically enhanced, man-made things, which I am all for. Trust me, when I have a nasty cold or flu, I love Tylenol flu tea and NyQuil or DayQuil, whatever. Guilty. But for my family, for the simple little colds, simple little sniffles, not feeling good, I love to put in all this work to take care of my family. There's just something extremely gratifying to all that. And it's hard to explain. It's really just that natural enjoyment and satisfaction and contentment. Maybe that's it. Kratom tea is a very dear friend in my life since I was diagnosed with a disease and chronic issues that add to some physical discomforts. I gravitated to kratom tea when I discovered its natural medicinal properties that have been used for centuries in Asia. The benefits are amazing and natural, and the side effects are very minimal compared to prescription drugs that the doctors would prescribe me. The worst thing about living out in the country is when you go to open your windows, you always have to be prepared to shut them all really fast if a fellow countryman decides to burn anything. It stinks up your house like smoke. It's the only downside. That's why I can see a lot of cities don't allow burning because of that. It really stinks up everything. But I too benefit from burning things out here, so I'll return the favor soon enough. I take my concoction upstairs when the kids need a shower, when we need to clear our senses and noses and all that stuff. We just set it in the shower while we steam it up, and the vapors just help clear our sinuses and let everything start draining out, because we want that shit out. The virus and infection, just get it out of our system. So I take it everywhere throughout those couple bad sick days because it is so useful for so many things. So back to my kratom trees. These are for medicinal purposes, and it's nice to have something that I've grown from seed myself. I know what's put in it, and the cat trusts me. I'm a good kitty. And I know that I can just grab a leaf and have the relief that these trees are known to deliver. The healing properties of pain relief, mood enhancement, immunity boosting, it's endless. And so if you have these trees in your life, you're blessed, because this is a multi-purpose tree. And of course they sell it in crushed leaf, powder form, which I utilize quite frequently, but I am excited to have 2 kratom trees for my medicinal garden. Lastly, I use my lavender serum that is known to relax your skin and your senses, just helping you when you're feeling crappy. I sell it in my apothecary, and it's a huge seller because it naturally mattifies your skin, which is crazy because it's an oil base. It purifies your pores, calms you, and you can use it everywhere. And this is everything I do during the cold season. Thank you for watching, my friends. Until next time.